Hello, hello, everybody. The Blue Fox here. Today, we are going to be taking a look at a game called Star Trek Resurgence. Aside from it being a Star Trek game, you don't know too much. So, let's find out what this game entails. Okay, 3 save slots. So I guess it's an adventure game. Choices. Oh, is this like a Telltale game? Like a cinematic single-player story filled with choices? And then you can see what choices other people have made. Let's take a look. Begin. This is a dramatic labs adventure. The relationships and events you are about to experience will be shaped by the choices you make. That seems like that's what it's gonna be. Right, from Dramatic Labs.
Captain's log, stardate 57931.4. The crew is restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission. And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down. They're ready for something different. I know I am. Perhaps more than any of them. Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same. It's entropy, the nature of the universe. Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good. Our new first officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Rydek. I know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
Whoosh! Right trigger. Wait. I don't have. Okay, we have to pause here for a second. I don't have a controller plugged in. What the hell is it giving me a prompt for? Okay. I'm just gonna restart this after I connect my PlayStation controller to to my PC. One moment. What the hell was it even like? I can't even hit escape to get into like a menu. What the hell? Okay. Give me one moment. Unless settings. Let's see. No, there is no setting for not using a controller. Wonderful. Okay, let's play. We are going to delete. Yes, start again, begin. Right trigger. God damn. Yeah, now I... Wait, now there's a keyboard? What? Equip phaser, equip tricorder, interact and fire phaser, aim phaser, tricorder mode. Okay. Did I? Okay, I was gonna say, did I break something? Can I skip this? I cannot. All right, we're gonna have to watch this again. I cannot skip this. Really? Okay, so there's a lot. No friendly fire. You cannot phaser your allies. That violates Starfleet regulations. Okay.
Captain's log, stardate 57931.4. The crew is restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together,
let's run this.
Finally about to venture out on a new mission. And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down.
Oh, God, I keep trying. I keep trying to skip it. I'm sorry.
I know I am. Perhaps more than any of them. Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same. It's entropy, the nature of the universe. Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good. Our new first officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Rydek. I know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
Okay, right trigger. Yeah! Reflexes.
Thanks.
No problem.
I'm not great with flying. But these little shuttles are the worst.
You don't like flying. And yet, you joined Starfleet.
There's a reason I'm not a pilot.
You should try it sometime.
Sorry, I'm a little anxious.
I hadn't noticed.
I'm on my way to my first assignment. When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
So am I.
It won't be easy for Jara to step in at the 11th hour like this. But if she's half the officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy, she'll be the XO this ship needs right now.
Star Trek Resurgence. I wonder what the menacing force is going to be in this. I wonder what age this takes place in. These are a lot of the ships that I saw early in Star Trek Online. That was actually my ship. That science vessel was the ship that I use in Star Trek Online. I mean, before I got like a tier 6 big death vessel. Check in at security. Phaser everybody in sight.
A starbase on the very edge of Federation space.
Starbase
Long way
128.
from home now.
I don't know the location of Starbase 128. I don't know if that has just been made up for this game. You could call me a casual
Commander?
Trek fan.
I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way. I actually did well at the Academy.
Oh yeah?
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalin test?
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pintaris 5.
But the Kobayashi
Anyway,
Maru was
I finished in the top
unsolvable.
20. Not just in my class. I mean, all time.
Wait, hold on. The Kobayashi Maru is an unsolvable challenge. That was the point. The point was to see how you deal with something that cannot be won. Anyway.
In the history of the Academy.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Thank you. It was tough. But you know, I set my mind to it and it paid off.
Geez, that walk. That.
Please place your hand here.
Okay.
Hold it there for a few seconds. Welcome, Commander Rydek.
Wait, you're Jara Rydek? You absolutely crushed the Torvalin test. You finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander. Sorry, I didn't realize before. I just came off the shuttle and was glad to be on solid ground.
The pleasure is mine, Ensign.
Paul Calloway.
Good to meet you.
I believe Commander Ermot is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
See you on the Resolute.
Find Commander Ermot. Well, the controls are responsive. There's motion blur, which... Oh my god, is there a way of getting rid of motion blur? So something I've noticed is that anytime that you open up the menu, it seems to always go to the Your Crew screen, even if the last thing I was on was settings. So if I were to do this, yeah. See, it's, at the top, it still says settings, but this is the Your Crew screen. Okay, it doesn't look like I can get rid of the,
Good day, Commander.
I can't get rid of the motion blur, so I'll just have to deal with it. I'll just walk backward. Oh shit. Okay, so here's the stuff I can interact
If I
with.
remember my briefing, Commander Ermot is a Bolian, so I'm looking for someone with blue skin.
So that guy over there. Let's see, let's talk to this guy. See what we got going on here.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm just... Well, I'm not sure where my departure dock is. The Resolute's gonna leave without me.
Look here. The Resolute is leaving from this dock.
Ah, you're right. Nerves must be getting to me. Thanks so much, Commander.
I was about to ask, how did he know I was his commander? But then I remembered there's the three dots on the collar of her shirt that designate her as a commander.
Excuse me. Have you seen a Bolian around here?
Yes, sir. Right back there, near the replicator.
Ah, there he is. Thank you.
Happy to help, Commander.
I'll replicate myself a meal once I'm on board.
I always found it fascinating how everything in the Star Trek universe
Excuse me.
is just replicated. It's just made. I don't believe the Federation has currency.
Starbase 120.
Because there's nothing to buy. Because anything you want is just made. I could be wrong in that regard, but what little I know about, you know, Star Trek. It's like they got rid of capitalism
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy,
by getting rid of
Commander
money.
Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermot, operations officer on the Resolute. Commander? I hope there wasn't too much trouble getting here. This storm isn't making anything easy for us right now. I know conditions are less than ideal at the moment.
It takes more than a little turbulence to rattle me.
I'm sure that's the case. We're grateful you were able to come fill our first officer vacancy at such short notice. From everything I've read and everything
Her
I've
hair.
heard, we're lucky you were available to us.
Her hair in the back reminds me of challah bread.
Premier starship and all. To our little research vessel.
What exactly have you heard about me?
First in your class at the Academy. Received the Starfleet Award of Valor during the Dominion War. Most recently, Tactical Officer and Chief of Security on the USS Endeavor.
You've done your homework.
Like I said, we're very lucky.
By the way, I'm playing this game on the PC via the Epic Games Store.
The USS Resurgence. She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she can more than hold her own. And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma, fighting for her life.
It was an accident?
Equipment malfunction. An accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame. It was a planned test, but the warp core was pushed beyond its limits. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed. We thought we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it was more than she could handle. Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew. At the end of the day, we're all responsible for each other. That's what it means to be a crew.
I can't even begin to imagine what that must have been like for you. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. It does weigh heavy. There are some things you can't forget.
It's been 6 months. What's the attitude among the crew now?
Unsettled. But I hope that a new mission will help them move forward. If not, move on. Listen. I realize you've known Captain Solano for quite some time, and I'm sure you're ready to bring your best. But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake.
Oh, I was gonna say why. Oh,
so you might want to tread lightly at first. Until they come to value your contributions as much as he does.
Thank you. Always good to have a sense for what you're walking into.
I just thought you ought to know.
I appreciate it.
Starfleet has assigned us a high-priority mission to the Hotari region. I'll let the captain brief you on board.
Okay. I wonder if it's just every chapter I get 5 people that I'm going to interact with. Ensign Galloway was grateful for Jarrah's sense of humor when he was nervous on the shuttle flight. Jarrah made a good first impression with Commander Ermot, coming off as inquisitive and appreciative while showing empathy for what the... Okay.
I know he's eager to see you.
Will we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention. The crew has been working around the clock to get the ship ready. There's still so much to do.
Aww. This must be the other guy, Calloway. Yeah, you're gonna need some WD-40 for that.
Stuck. I got just the thing.
Find the plasma torch. I think it's probably this one. Let me just see something. Carter, not Calloway. Carter. All right. Vaporize the corrosion. Alrighty. Simple enough.
That.
The lower decks. Ah, that good old sound.
I thought that thing was totally fried. Nice work, Carter.
nothing to it, Millie.
And not a moment too soon. The boss wants us down in engineering. Like, now.
Follow Edzelar. Use this to run. Ooh. Let's put this probe away. I mean, come on. His head just went right into his chest. All right. Right.
Come on.
Hold on.
Oh. Oh, these are heavier than they look.
Look, you have to put
More
stuff
sense in
away.
zero G.
Yeah. Help
Welcome.
out. Help a man out.
So clean I can see myself.
Carter Diaz.
And you know what? Not half bad.
Yeah. Look, I had a chance to help out somebody. I took it. You all right?
Hey, don't let LT catch you blocking the corridors like this.
We'll clear it up once we finish the delicate work. Good looking out, though.
Hey, y'all good?
Hey, need any help? Okay. Good luck.
I wonder. Nope.
Engineering.
I heard the new XO just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovak called us down for, it's something good.
The
I can
thing
never
is,
tell with
that
him.
kind of.
I'd rather not end up degaussing plasma manifolds. Hanging upside down makes me queasy.
You and me working together, we can tackle anything he throws at us.
Your optimism is positively contagious.
When it comes to alien species in Star Trek, it seems like they're all
Looks like we got
bipedal
here before.
humanoids
Lieutenant Commander Chovak.
with just little doodads on their face.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
Like,
Petty officers.
they're
Edzelar.
all bipedal humanoids.
I
with
was
just
beginning
little,
to think
like,
you would be
facial
late.
things.
We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer Edzelar on repeated occasions.
Commander Chovak, isn't it true that if we were almost late, it categorically means that we were not late?
That is correct, Mr. Diaz.
I mean, if anything, Edzelar and I are following the schedule to the letter.
Yes, perhaps I should adjust the schedule.
Oh, come on.
So, I don't suppose you wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm.
Are we going on a
The precise
spacewalk?
nature of these disturbances are not fully understood. But many systems have been affected by the wide band of emissive activity.
Whatever it throws at us, we'll be ready. We've got the best chief engineer in the fleet.
I am a Vulcan, Mr. Diaz. Flattery is not necessary. All that I require is that you do your job. Right now, that entails critical preparations, because long-range sensors show that these disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system. You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes,
Roger
Commander
that.
Chovak. All hands on deck.
What's that?
All hands on deck. That's what Chovak said. You know what that means? It means this ship isn't ready to go out and the brass know it. So they're throwing every warm body at it. And they're going to leave on schedule. Consequences be damned.
It all comes down to us, Nelly. We're the ones who will get it ready.
I know what we can do. But this isn't just any old refit or any old relaunch.
Whoa. Excuse me.
Whoa, she just.
A lot of
okay.
new faces coming on
I was
board.
gonna say appeared in that suit.
It's gotta be tough coming as a replacement. That's for sure.
They seem all right. Something that happened 6 months ago while they were off on another ship? Well, that's nothing to hold against them.
Yeah, you're right. I guess getting a little new blood on board doesn't hurt. Hold on. Now there's an old face I didn't expect to see again. Hey, Miranda!
You weren't gonna leave without me, were you?
Miranda, you're here?
We thought you were staying on the Adirondack.
Transfer came in at the last minute, so I figured I'd slum it on this bucket of bolts. Looks like you got her back together pretty nicely. I wasn't sure what to expect.
I'm gonna take the high road here, pretend you didn't say that, and welcome you aboard.
He's a better diplomat than I am.
He still owes me a bottle of Saurian brandy. Don't think I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you a proper welcome. As soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Cheeky and cavalier when he and Eldazar were almost late. Yeah, but correct. Man felt encouraged by Carter's warm reception. Yeah, there might be some chemistry. Oh, nice. All right, let's take our space helmet.
Here, let me help you.
Thanks.
So what's the word? Are you back in the security rotation?
Yep. Still running with the usual suspects.
Whoa.
Good to go. See you on the other side.
Activating magnetic souls.
And boop. I don't think I'd do this without a tether, to be honest. Oh, I just hold forward. Okay. Yeah, this is the kind of thing I'd want a tether for. And back to our other character? Yep.
Captain Solano should be here momentarily.
And the game crashed. Unreal process has crashed. Star Trek game. We're very sorry that the crash occurred. Our goal is to prevent crashes like this from occurring in the future. Help us track the crash. Okay. Unhandled exception, access violation, reading an address. Maybe I have to make this thing run as administrator. Who knows? But anyways, guys, I think I get the idea of what this game is. It is a story-based, decision-based, mini-game-based little narrative adventure where you play as a couple of characters on a freshly refit star vessel. Yeah, that's an interesting game. I haven't played any of these before, but I do know that the Telltale series of games were fairly successful. I know that the Borderlands one, Wolf Among Us, the Batman one, they were all very good. So who knows? This one might be in that same kind of vein. But yes, this is Star Trek Resurgence. It's available on the Epic Games Store. I've been the Blue Fox. Thank you very much. Have yourself a wonderful day.